This is Mrs. Garcia's room, and we have a really cool setup here. We have a very professional looking science lab. So, come on inside. Miss Garcia, can you tell us a little bit about your class?
We do a lot of labs in here and hands-on stuff. In 7th grade, we do life science, and that's what they're learning right now. What did we do yesterday that you really enjoyed very much, Richard? Yes, so they got to see DNA for real, and it was really successful for them, but we do lots of projects, lots of art type of stuff.
All right, we're gonna head right on into Miss Fisk's math class.
Welcome to 6th grade math. Look around the room. We have a whole bunch of things that we do. We do graphing and we do equations and we do a beginning part of algebra. We have a lot of fun. We know our multiplication tables really well in this grade, and we just have a blast in math, learning a lot of practical things.
Was this what you were thinking it would be?
Yeah.
It was?
Yes.
They know Mrs. Smith. That's probably why.
I wonder why. This is Reblo's room. She is going to teach us English.
I hear she's pretty cool. I don't know.
I've heard she's a pretty awesome teacher.
So I teach English and history for 8th grade. But you can look at the stuff that we have around. So you guys will be writing poetry. There's essays back there. We're going to do a lot of essay writing. And then we also do stuff all related to English. And we do a lot of reading.
We are going into Miss Bongiorni's class. Miss Bongiorni teaches history.
Guys, welcome to our classroom. As I'm sure Miss Banks told you, I am the history and some of the elective teachers. Right now we're actually going through ancient civilization, and these 6th graders they've been in your shoes really quickly. And so I actually asked a few of my students to share 3 of their favorite activities that we've done in this class so far.
There was this shoebox with sand and broken flower pot pieces, and we were pretending to be archaeologists to find the pot pieces and put them together.
We did a mummy activity when we were learning about Egypt, and we'd have toilet paper, and there were 2 people that got wrapped, and whoever could wrap it the fastest and the sturdiest won.
Vocabulary songs, because they were really fun when you got to learn about the new leaders.
One of my elective classes is I teach a business class. So I know that maybe you've experienced that in lower, I think you guys do a marketplace day. You want to do that?
Grade, yeah.
2nd grade, marketplace day. So we do that, but we kind of junior high-fy it, okay? So we write a business plan, and how many of you have ever seen Shark Tank? Maybe your parents have that on there? Guys, so we do a Shark Tank style presentation where you get to come up with your business idea, and we bring in real business owners, and you get to present your business and ask them, hey, this is what I'm doing, these are my investments, and so that's really cool for them. And I think I can already tell for some of you, I can see some creative sides over here. All right, so some of you are nodding your heads. So I think we have some new business owners. Another elective that I do, which was really fun, is video editing. How many of you guys have ever wanted to be a YouTuber?
I already, but they didn't put me in it this quarter, which
I'm in that elective.
I would be like Lorraine. All right, so obviously now video editing is basically I take the elements of wanting to be a YouTuber, because I was just like you in 5th grade. I wanted to be a YouTuber too, okay, all for it. But we make it professional. So all the cool editing equipment, all the cool things, like, man, I really wish this video could do that. Basically, I do my best to be able to help you guys create your own short films and your own videos that way. So maybe making your YouTube dreams just one step closer, right, for those, getting those streams.
Miss Bongiorni is gracious enough to lend her room to me, and I have the pleasure to teach the digital media elective class. I've had a couple former students, and I have a couple of current students, and we're learning all things digital media, how to make films, how to do viral content that can go on Instagram, that you can use on your phone, that you can film on a camera like that. I even taught them on how to live stream the games, and we do all kinds of cool stuff with tech. And what's really exciting is that next year, we're gonna have really cool, really cool advanced high-tech stuff that you guys are all gonna learn how to use.
How are we feeling? You feel okay? Are you overwhelmed by the thought of middle school, or do you feel okay? Yeah.
What letter did we get? Sounds fun. It's already spelling Rachel.
We are moving into our Spanish room, but more than just Spanish happens in here in middle school. Have you guys been in the Spanish room?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're familiar. But this has a middle school spin on it. So come on in.
So you get to learn how to be a leader. You get to learn how to talk in front of crowds. You get to organize and plan events. You get to manage the student store and learn how to balance a budget and take money in and spend things. So you just get to be the leaders of the middle school.
These are some middle schoolers in their natural habitat. Observe them, wave at them, but don't touch them. They are not safe. They bite.
This past Christmas break and the past couple of weeks, me, Mr. Swales, a couple of parents, some of your parents, have been actually renovating this space because we got a whole bunch of new projects.
So this pole wood, this is the wood. See, this kind of looks like the airplane right here? Yeah. It flies 25 miles an hour around the pole with this low voltage cable right here. So I know that if you did it, it would nosedive and crash. So then Ben would come along and say, well, maybe we need to adjust what?
The plane.
Tail fin, right? And then some of you could say, hey, why don't we build it out of styrofoam? And then you'd be like, okay, how do we get the styrofoam just right? And then right over here, where did they put the hot wire? There it is right here. See this? So this is a hot wire that will melt. Melt the styrofoam just right so that you can make that airplane not crash, but what? Yeah. This is actually used by Embry-Riddle, which is a aeronautics school. So some of this equipment that we have coming in here is actually things that they use at the college level, but it makes simple sense, doesn't it? So when we look at, Joseph was like, can we crush stuff? My first was, are you going to crush an egg?
No, that's too messy.
How many of you would like to know how much it takes to crush an egg?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do it. I guess we'll have
It's
to
got
do
a
it.
safety shield. We can do it. Get the goggles. We got the goggles over there. We can crush an egg. Don't let the parents hear about that. But another frustrating part about coming in here is when you make something beautiful, you have to disassemble it. So if you're making little bits and you get to step number 10 and you have to finish class, what can you do when you come back next time? Yes. Where are we going to put your kit?
Like on the shelf.
You can see some people put it up top, but we want to put it in the cabinets instead of disassembling it every time. And that's a very big difference to this class. So we're really excited. We've got, this is a race car that we're going to launch. We have a maglev car. What do you think that's going to do?
Any guesses? So what's the first half of the word? Mag. So magnets. Yes. So we have a car that runs on no wheels or tracks.
What?
You're saying it floats?
What? I was waiting for what? So
it's gonna float.
The way that works.
I know what it is.
Do you want to try?
Yes. So
Right.
it's like, so you can have like, it's kind of like it's like a battery, but positive and negative. So the car, the bottom of it can either be positive and the floor can be negative, and then it's gonna float.
So we start off with simple things like gliders, right? This is a glider, but then we all of a sudden turn to something that flies 25 miles an hour that has a propeller. So then we stand back and we like put on our goggles because some people might crash. Okay? So listen, is Mr. Swells excited about this?
Yeah.
I really am. And I can't wait for you guys to see what we're doing down in the newscast room. But this right here, my prayer is that, you know, like he said at the beginning, that you guys can be an engineer someday. And you can be inspired because you crushed an egg or you flew an airplane around a pole. And that is just the beginning. Right? This is just this year, and then next year we'll be continuing with some other things. So
It's gone from like tinkering around to like building floating cars and like airplanes and crazy things. So one of you, please invent floating cars. I would appreciate it.
Do I have any news anchors in here? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you've never gotten a chance to try it. Well, guess what? In this elective, you get to try being a news anchor, and we teach you how to do that in this class. The other elective that happens in here is our drama class. A lot of fun in that class. Not only do we play a lot of games like improv games, we build upon the acting techniques that you guys are learning in elementary school. So we're not just going to give you a script, we're going to learn how do we read a script, how do we build a character, what is a character, how do we find ways to build upon the skills that you guys have already learned.
Who doesn't like being in front of the camera?
No, I love being in front of the camera.
Who doesn't like being in front of camera? Who's camera shy? So good news. Yeah, not you. So good news. I teach the Newscast Tech class, where we do exactly what Mr. Revelo is doing, where we're behind the camera. We learn how to use cameras, how to use exposure, but not only cameras, we use lights, audio. So after we film, what do we do after we film?
Edit.
We edit. So that also segues into my next class that we also have in here is post-production. As Ms. Bonjani also has a video editing class, I have a video editing class where we edit and we trim and we make our videos fun that we could also post on YouTube if we want, but they're mainly for our chapel that you guys can showcase to all of your friends. So you guys don't have to be in front of the camera. You could be like me, who maybe I like being both, but sometimes I like being behind the camera because it's a lot more fun. Once we press record, we don't do anything. We sit there. We make them do all the work. But once we go behind this drape, you're gonna see the magic that happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays with about 20 of our middle schoolers. We've crammed 20 of our middle schoolers in there, and each of them has their own job. So they're not just sitting there waiting. They have their own job that they're gonna do, whether they're on camera, writing scripts, using lights, making sure our audio is good.
West Valley has their own movie set, and it's behind this curtain. Are you ready to see behind the curtain? Yes. All right.
Welcome to the West Valley TV news set. This is Justin, and this is Tensley.
So who would be super excited to sit at this desk? Oh, cool. Okay. Sign up for Newscast for your elective. Who would be super excited to stand and do the lights and the camera?
Oh, yes,
yes. Oh my gosh.
I love
doing that.
Mr. Swells has had so many professionals come in and consult on how we can make this room into a legitimate newscast production studio, which gets me geeked out because I live for this kind of thing. We're gonna mount lights up there. We're gonna have high quality mirrorless cameras on tripods. It's gonna be fixed. This is gonna look way better. I was texting Miss Barnes. I don't know if you guys know who Miss Barnes is. I was like, we gotta make this look way better. She's like, I'm on it. She's got a budget. I've seen the blueprints. I've seen the pictures. We're gonna get a mixing console in here. It's gonna be so cool, guys. I wanna be a part of this class. Somebody just said, I don't think you're in 5th grade. I'm like, can I be? I wanna be in 5th grade so I can get in this. But no, guys, it's exciting. The stuff is coming. We already have a big shipment that came of computers. We're gonna have a bunch of new MacBook Pros and Apple desktops. So it's just so cool, guys. But yeah, are you guys excited? Yeah. I'm excited.
Hand time.
Fifth grade, we're gonna head on out.
Class just started this semester and it's been amazing. I have amazing middle schoolers who are super engaged, who really want to learn how to sing, and basically what I teach them is how to hit the pitch, how to match the note, the different terminology, the music theory, which is a little boring, but then they get to sing, and the most important thing I love teaching my kids is growing confidence in their voice, because that's something that is tricky. They get really nervous and they're really quiet, and so I love teaching them how to be bold and to be confident in their singing. And then they get more like performance opportunities, like singing in chapel or singing at the senior homes or just other different events like the Christmas Village. One of my students, Lisa, she got to perform a solo in it and it was beautiful. And so that's me. The main thing I like to teach is just finding confidence in their voice and believing that like they're amazing, because all of them are amazing. They just have a hard time like believing it. So that's the most important thing I like to teach my kids.
I'm so excited for you guys to be in 6th grade and to join all of these electives. Whether you're in my electives or not, I know you guys are going to have a great time. We're doing some really fun things.
Thank you. You did an amazing job, Miss Rachel.